Only 4 minutes late. But that's okay. That's what happens. You're watching 4 kids on your own every night and all day tomorrow. All day on Saturdays, baby.
Hey,
Hey, folks, welcome to Vintage Voltron. I don't have game night because I'm losing my gaming group now.
I
He didn't, but I have lost a good portion of my gaming group now. So game nights will not happen every week. In fact, they're going to only happen once a month unless I can scrounge up new people, which sucks. But anyway, opens up other opportunities, which is this a Vintage Voltron episode. I can't
it's
remember when
been
the
a while.
last one was.
Yeah, yeah, almost as long as nah, not
Yeah,
that quite. Not
you're a
quite that long.
magician now, and you made your channel's new content disappear.
No, well, I have. I've been actually excited about a video that I've been planning for a while, and there's people that are there's gonna be some sad people when they see the video. It's funny. It's gonna be a comedy.
By
That's
the
for
way,
sure.
by the way, just real quick. So I've been on this diet because the doctor ordered me on a diet. Late December, I went to get a blood test, my yearly checkup. Oh my goodness, my triglycerides, whatever, sugar, everything's super high right now. Dude, it's right after Christmas. All you eat is cookies, cake, ice cream, and candy. That's all you do. You barely have time for food because you're snacking and everyone's bringing fried food to all the Christmas parties. You're going out all the time. I mean, I was like, this is the worst time. I didn't know you were judged. I thought it was supposed to be for vitamin D or whatnot, but then it showed that I have high. I said, yes, it's the holidays. No, you need to go on a no carb diet, a low carb. I was like, are you serious? So yesterday was the day. Yesterday was my last day, and today I got tested, and I don't know if I passed. So I got to stay on the diet for another week at least until they tell me they can let me go. And when that happens, not if, when I have a short list of things I want to eat. You ready? This is what
Yeah,
hungry people think about. I
don't
want
get
to go to
old.
this place. I want to go to this place we have down the road called Small Sliders. I think they're a franchise, but I've never heard of them. Just a slider place. I don't know of any of my friends. This is a new restaurant. It's on an important road, but it's on the wrong side of the highway. Important road. Like if it was, you flip it around, it's so weird. There's this road that if you're on one side of it, that's the hot spot, baby. That's where everything is: the cinemas, the dining, the fast food places, the grocery shop and stuff like that. If you're on the other end, there's like some gas stations, and a Waffle House, but for some reason it's on the dead end. I guess they looked at the sheet wrong. Oh, hello, Teresa. Teresa had Ryan on. I saw that one. It was a good one.
Ooh.
Anyway, so I'd like to check them out because no one's checked them out. I want to get some pistachio almond ice cream, my favorite ice cream out there. I want to get I want to make waffles because I think making waffles for the girls while I was on the diet, I don't mind. I don't have to eat them, but I thought waffle mix could be made better. So me and my nephew came up with a secret formula. We're gonna see. We're gonna test it out first. It may suck, but we're gonna test it out. We think we got it. What's up, Billy Fighter? And then the other thing. Oh, this new flavored Coke Spice. Have you tried it?
I don't drink soda anymore. It's been like 10
Yeah,
years.
I mean, thank you, Marcel. I appreciate that. But yeah, I always try every new flavor or most of them once, except for Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew has a billion flavors coming out every day. So no, I gave up looking at all the Mountain Dew ones. But you endorse all the flavors of Coke Spice. Well, I've not tried it, but I will. I will when I get off the diet. There's supposed to be a Spice Zero, but it's nowhere to be found here. Not in the fat South, boys and girls. And then the final thing, do you know what, Bernardo? I just realized this year, I don't think, I asked my family, and they don't know either. I've never had a Shamrock Shake from McDonald's. That wasn't a big deal. It was around when we were kids. It wasn't a big deal. The McRib has always been a big deal to me. I don't go to McDonald's except for McRib. And then to take my girls, on their birthday in April, which is past McRib time. McRib time's, the late February, early March time for St. Patty's Day. I don't think I've ever had one, so I'm going to try one. They keep bringing it back every year. For years, I didn't even know it existed. I thought it disappeared off the menu, but then someone goes, no, they do it every year.
I haven't had McDonald's in like 13 years.
And it seems like I'm moving to Canada at this time of year, too. What? Canada gets the McRib? Oof. I heard Canada got Crystal Pepsi a few years ago, and I was super jelly.
They had it here for a while. Crystal Pepsi came back like an official run for a little bit.
It was years ago. Well, they had a Twitter thing 2 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, it was a big deal back in the day. I remember hearing about it, but as a kid, all we got was Happy Meals. We didn't get anything like a Shamrock Shake. And plus, we didn't want that. I'd always want if we were ever to get a treat, which is really rare, you wanted a hot fudge sundae from McDonald's. I mean, no doubt, as a kid, that's the only thing you want, hot fudge sundaes. So I didn't even care about the Shamrock Shake back then. I don't even know what it tastes like. Is it minty? Is the green mint? I think it's just a vanilla shake with green flavoring in it. I could be wrong. Is there something special? Do they blend up special leprechauns?
Yeah, you got me there. I've never had one.
I don't know. Anyway, folks, welcome to Vintage Voltron, everything about board games. I am so happy to be joined here by Bernardo from Tabletop Island, my good friend. Look at this. No, I'm on vacation. I can't watch this live. Yay, board games. Thank you, Michael.
I'll watch later.
1 in 30 people on my channel watch board game reviews.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 1 in 60 now. I've doubled my numbers there.
Oh, man. Everyone
is kind of many, but it's on its own taste. Okay, well, Billy Fighter, I will tell you what it's like when I try it. So we got some news. This came from you. We were talking about. I was like, wait, let's stop. Let's do this. Let's do a stream on this because I got the time.
Oh, we're talking.
We are going to talk about one. We are. Okay, so here we go. First thing for Vintage Voltron. Boom! Rockin' news. Rockin' news, ladies and gentlemen.
Crazy.
On Vintage Voltron. Renegade Games. What you got for us? In fact, I hate how this looks. I'm taking this down. That is not what my slide looked like.
Oh, my. Renegade. So I saw an email, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. But I didn't know it was Renegade. All I saw was HeroScape is back. I was like, they said that before. And I thought it was Hasbro. And then I saw it's just a straight release. So the game Hasbro failed to sell. They're now just putting out.
Yeah, you mentioned, we should mention that Hasbro tried selling this game on their own. Is it called Pulse?
Yeah, it's like a Kickstarter.
Yes, it's their own internal crowdfunder. And it didn't go anywhere. Now, I wanted you to give your thoughts on that. Do you think people just don't trust Hasbro?
No,
I don't feel I think Hasbro, they saw Restoration Games making money off of all these IPs they let go and went, wait, there's money to be made, but they have no connection to the gaming community and tried to blindly force. Now they did that. What game did they get pushed through?
Hero Quest,
which I hear was good.
It was very good. Yeah, I have it. I think they definitely, I'm sure they saw the success of Restoration, but also they still had contact with the creator who is very much involved in the company in some capacity. And they were willing to do a new campaign that broke the internet. So when they thought, oh, we can keep doing this. So they thought the next big thing was going to be HeroScape. And it flopped. It flopped for a few reasons. One, they wanted way too much money for it. The starting, I believe, was $225, which is a relevant number in a minute. But they were also unpainted. So it was like they were trying to tackle a market they never had to tackle before because miniature painting's big. But the people that actually care about the game wanted them already painted. So Renegade, not only did they bring it back, but they offered two options, one unpainted and two painted. And the painted, the big sets that they have is $225, which is kind of ironic. From my memory, those numbers are the same. The unpainted that Hasbro tried to put versus their painted, and you get a lot more. It is on the pricier side, I will say, but I mean the fact that Renegade even took that leap of faith is crazy. I mean that's a big IP to buy.
That's a big IP though. Marcel, he got Hero Quest with all the expansions.
It's great. It's great. I can't say I've played everything, but I think I'm missing one expansion.
Okay. Newer. So, but yeah, what Renegade has done with now they got Hero Escape. It's coming out. When's the date on that? Do you have a release date?
I believe it's May of
This year.
2024. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be honest. I never played the original Hero Escape. I hear nothing but great tales of it. People show all the Lego. I call them Legos, but the connecting bases and make your own format. It sounds fun. Sounds like just a smash 'em up game. Super fun. I get that. I'm into that. I'm not opposed to that. I'm sitting on the fence because if Renegade has it, then we gotta say, well, what IPs do they have where they can start inserting other? Because that's what made it great.
They have a lot of big IPs. Well, with HeroScape, it was mainly just like D&D style characters. There weren't really any like. They tried to do the Marvel thing and that kind of flopped. But for the most part, they were just random types of characters like a werewolf. I have most of it. I have almost a complete set, minus like some of the really expensive one-off expansions that you could just print the card for and find a character to fit. It's not that serious, but
gotcha.
But it's great. It's a lot of fun. It really is. Building the set is the coolest part.
See, yeah, I've never played it before, and I kind of wish I would have, because that would have been a little bit helpful on whether I was getting it or not.
Yeah, they did do something else though. I don't know if you put that on the agenda.
Well, oh yeah, no, go ahead. Keep talking about Renegade Games though. Yeah, go ahead.
They have a few things that they're putting out. First, Axis and Allies. I know that's a huge IP, but they not only decided we're going to put out Axis and Allies in a bunch of the expansion kind of boxes, but they even made their own. They got what was it? G.I. Joe Axis and Allies they got coming out. Like they just dropped a bomb on like 1 million pre-order items that are all coming out, I believe, in like May, between like March and May. And the final thing is Robo Rally they're bringing back, which I mean,
they brought that back, and I've been looking at that, and they've been doing a good job rolling out expansions for it.
Oh, were they the ones that were currently doing it?
I believe so, yeah. Okay. And they have 3 tracks, maybe 4. I don't know. There's a Builder, Wet and Wild,
sure,
something else, but they're doing wonderful things with Robo Rally right now. And that you said they're going to do a go ahead
Transformers one, which I love the idea so much. Oh, that excites me.
Steek's someone who I'm going to have on soon. Steek wrote me the most hilarious email last week. It's hilarious, which I returned. For some reason, I don't know what's going on with the screen share, but it won't let me screen. When I go to full screen on my screen share, it won't. I don't know. I'm kind of weird on that. Anyway, there's been rumors that Hasbro might sell to Wizards of the Coast.
Does Magic the Gathering still owned by Wizards of the Coast? I don't know, because I think they stopped tournaments for that. There's some weird thing. I haven't followed it, but I haven't heard anything like that. That's pretty big news, though. I think that would break the internet if they did.
So funny. Okay, so next item. Dadgummit.
Yeah, it would break the internet. We would know if they sold.
How do I do this? I'm trying to get. Oh, wait. There it was. Hold on. Got it. No, that's not it. Dang it. You think after years of dealing with PowerPoints, I'd have figured out, because when I save this, so hold on, when I share my screen, all you see is the slide, right? Or do you see me in the slide?
I was just seeing the slide, and then it was showing the vintage Voltron on the other split, like the brand, like the.
Yeah, it was showing just one full screen though.
Yeah.
That's so weird, because I don't know. I mean, there's a way to upload slides, but it's not taking any of my font or my animations with it. It's just a joke.
He went so excited. He had a little slideshow. What is it? Wizards of the Coast has utterly destroyed D&D, and they stopped doing novels because they felt they target audience shouldn't have to do homework. I guess lore is bad now. Yeah, I mean, I'm almost surprised that like they don't call it something else at this point. I feel like there's so much lore already in D&D. I mean, granted, I don't follow it, so I don't know like what new happened, but I feel like there's so much rich lore from forever ago. Like I got a store that has like all of the original sets like in a case, and you can read them and play. Um and there's just so much. I can't really I'm having trouble envisioning where like you would want more it and not just call it like I don't know, call them something else. Like I can't think of like how many chaotic neutral rogues you can get. I don't know. Maybe it is that big. I don't know. It's like 1,000 of those books though. But
Yeah,
that
maybe.
sucks.
All right, so I'm going to go to the next one and just see how this works here. Um, so the next thing I have for you here, Vintage Voltron, is what we're kickstarting. We have Thunder Road, Vendetta up there, and Carnival of Chaos. It's the new Kickstarter by Restoration Games. I backed everything because this is one that came out when my kids were around, and I
You're
didn't
not
have
showing
the
the
money or
slide.
say what?
You're not showing the slide. You're still showing the Renegade one. Yeah, there we
Boy,
go.
this is a mess.
Cool.
This is a mess.
Nice.
But it shouldn't be showing the other slides. I do not understand this.
Do you did you do preview mode in the bottom right? If you do that, that
Yeah,
should
I did that. I'm doing presentation mode.
you click on that. Oh wow, it's not.
Well, no, that's not good though.
Uh,
Hold on. Now see, when I hit presentation mode, it still stays on the mode because I'm looking at the stream live and I'm seeing it's just not doing
oh
it. That
weird.
is
Yeah, that is.
so weird.
Hmm.
I mean, oh well, so I'll just leave it on this mode since everyone can
Yeah.
see it. But yeah, we're talking about Thunder Road and Carnival of Chaos. This is so aggravating because I know I did this last time. Maybe StreamYard has it where you have to upload it to their crappy system where they don't have to obey your commands of animation. Anyway, so these are the ones that we back. You back just Carnival of Chaos because you already have Maximum Chrome. I I backed all because it's a game I wanted. And this is right. I remember you were telling me about it. It's like, dude, I just had my kids. I don't know how much this is
Mhm.
going to cost me. I got to be out right now. And I hated it. I hated it. And thankfully, this came at just the right time. I was looking at getting a used copy because I told you what, about a month ago, I said, dude, that game looks sweet. And when I told you, I was like, yeah. And then, I heard the news they were doing a reprint. Then you got the date, and it looks amazing. And I have not seen, I still haven't looked at the video because the website was just staggeringly slow the first few hours of the campaign. So many people were on it that nothing would move. So I just, instead of looking at the campaign, I just hit fund, I just hit fund it, back it.
I did the same. I really don't know what I paid for. I kind of looked at what the tiles look like.
But here's the deal. I trust Restoration Games maybe more than any other company
I can agree with that.
at this point. I trust Simon too now,
Especially
but
at
I
a
trust
Kickstarter.
Restoration Games. They're good people. They give you the best that they can deliver with. They're honest and everything, and they make good expansions. They make good stuff. Thunder Road Vendetta is unbelievably good. It looks unbelievably good. If you haven't looked at it already, folks, check it out. If you just want the base game, that's fine. I'm an all-in guy. And I was like, wow, more chaos, the better. Carnival Chaos sounds awesome. I don't know what it has in it, but you know what? You and everyone else have told me the same thing about it. And this is what got me locked in. This is what got me locked in to buy it. What got me locked in to buy it was that everyone says, I don't even care if I win as long as I create chaos.
Yup.
Is what y'all said.
The goal in that game, and I don't play the original anymore for that reason, because I was playing the original for a bit till I got this. And I remember when we I got to first test it, and I was like, oh my God, it was just so funny because like the idea there's these obstacles on the road that like you can slick on oil and then you crash, but like you get to choose, do I try to beat the race or do I go into the oil and then know I'm going to crash into that person, which then we got to roll for the outcome, which then could crash into another car, and then we roll into an outcome, and it becomes this like ridiculous crashed test until somebody eventually makes it out. And it's so funny, and it actually has a real ending, which I love. It's a ton of fun, and there's a million different like configurations too.
Yeah, and they took a lot of risk involved. In fact, maybe I think I know how to fix this now. They took a lot of risk. Not risk, I'm saying they took a lot of fans. Excuse me, I'm trying to do two things at once here. They took a lot of the fan ideas that they've had for years on this content and implemented them into the game, streamlined it. Oh my goodness, you're talking about test playing it perfectly. They knew what type of game they have. That's why they take their time. Now, true, I can't wait. I've been waiting to see, both of us have, to see what they have for Omega Virus. That was announced so long ago now. But to Restoration's credit, they try to, follow through one project at a time. They don't try to get too far ahead and end up like TMG or right now Elk Creek Games, which are kind of in the crapper with a bunch of fans because they're so far behind on projects and they're kind of drained out of money. It's taking them out. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul, and they're making sure that every fan gets what they need before they start the next big one. So I don't mind them for that. I do want to catch up with some of the comments here. I saw we missed a few. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I've heard this. Wizard of the Coast utterly destroyed D&D. They stopped doing novels because they felt the target audience shouldn't have to do the homework. Wizard of the Coast has always been bad for RPG, in my opinion, based off what I've seen from Star Wars, and then what I saw West End Games do it. That Wizard of the Coast did say, here's some fun facts. You make up your own stuff. We're too lazy, so here. And then I heard the actual gaming system for Wizard of the Coast, how many people loved. Hey, Melissa, how's it going? And then R.S. Salvatore had to lease his own character from Wizard of the Coast to get the latest. What?
Oh,
that's
wow.
Wild. He had to lease them. Terrible. That is crazy. That is crazy. Did not know that. All right, I'm going to try something new here. But yeah, I'm all in. I don't care. I love the people at
same
Wizards of the Coast. I mean, Wizard. I love the people at Restoration Games. Excuse me. Restoration Games, and I think they're awesome. Okay, obviously I can't do it.
Agreed. And
this this is it.
Fun.
Okay. That is not it. Okay, let me see if I can do this. So this is going to chase us down the rabbit hole. But if I do this here, it should open up to everything.
Oh, we see animations.
Okay, there we go. We got animations going. All right. So we may do this a little bit like this. Then we'll get our thoughts here. Yeah, that's what I want it to look like. Okay, folks. Boom. Now you're going to see the rest of the good animation here. All right, next subject. Should I play Return to Dark Tower? Bernardo says I could. Bernardo, you say this is one of the greatest games you've ever played and one of the most brilliant aspects of Restoration's itinerary or IPs they've ever taken over. Your thoughts?
This might be my #1 game of all time. And
I know you really love this game, and I believe Luke is in the same boat, right?
He's loving it. I mean, I'm very jealous of him right now, and he's been painting a lot of his, and I have not.
Luke from Down from the Attic loves it, and I'm waiting to see his review. I'm sure it'll be epic.
Yeah, mine should be very soon.
Because now Marcel says real quick, he said, I played Return to Dark Tower. It's really great. The tower is such a great gimmick. He loves it.
I love it. I know there's that complaint. It uses an app, and I find that it doesn't actually matter.
I don't mind that it uses an app. In fact, I'm fine with that. And usually I'm the guy that says it uses an app. I'm not on this case. that they kept the tower, in the game. And if it just would have been a scenic tower with an app, that the app is the tower, that is what I would have hated. But no, they
Agreed.
make the tower relevant. It's fine. I have no problem with that. It's just the regular stagger of play. It just doesn't excite me. I was watching someone play it, and I told you this. I did text you this later. I said maybe it's just something you just got to play, and I got to play in real life.
I mean, I don't understand how anybody that owns this game would desire to play a dungeon crawl again, because it satisfies everything you could want from that like category of game. And with the new expansion that came out, that people were saying it was getting to a point where it was starting to become a little easier to beat. That expansion completely wiped the floor with all of them. Now it's like so hard, and you have to like really plan like 5 moves ahead or you can't win. And I find that to be super exciting. I think the amount of different configurations you have with the different villains is crazy. The different missions you have, it actually, unlike the original, right? And I'm not going to compare the two. They're both far different from year. So technology is way different. But the feeling, I know there was a complaint about it, being cooperative as opposed to like working against each other. But like the problem with doing that in the original game was you weren't really playing the game. The tower was playing the game. You were kind of just following along. This you're actually playing. And there is a competitive version of the game, which I have tried once. It's okay. I don't hate it. I just prefer the cooperative, because my other complaint with cooperative games normally is you have one person that's smarter than everyone else, that's played way more games than you, and including the game that you're playing.
The alpha gamer who kind of tells everyone what they need to do.
And they tell them what you need to do. But the thing is, that person's no smarter than the new player, because that player's decision will matter. And they have to make the decision. Do I listen to him and, possibly risk the game, or do I do what I want to do? And every time someone has gone on their own, and, me even, someone who kind of wants to help, doesn't say anything, and it just ends up being the greatest outcome. Because you
That's
can't,
the way the game should be played.
Power blocks you from looking around the whole board. So you also don't get that like thinking too far ahead, because you're so focused on what you're going to do your next turn. You really can't afford to focus on everybody's turn.
Yeah, true.
It's good.
Marcel says that he loves the app aspect of it. He said, but the best is just seeing how many skulls pour out of your tower.
You're not wrong. It's very scary when corruption just falls on your side of the board, and it's like, oh, you're just wiping out my buildings. That's a problem. Too late.
Yeah.
I was too late.
All right. Well, for me, like I said, it's just one of those games I'll probably just have to play on the table before. We both played the original, and we both hated it, Bernardo and I. But Bernardo ate his words.
My feelings changed a little bit on it.
Oh, you've gone soft on Dark Tower, have you?
What happened?
You've gone soft on the Dark Tower?
A little bit, even though part of me doesn't want to, because of how much I was cyberbullied for saying the game sucked. Because
I told you I agreed with you, because I played it with Norm at the Board Game Museum, had a copy, and he said, "You want to play this?" I said, "Absolutely." And as I'm playing, I'm going, there's no way. At the time, I think it was $150 to get one of these. And I was like, there's no way I'd pay $150 for this. There's no way I would pay maybe 50. I said I wouldn't pay 100 for this. And I was thinking, I'm not having that much fun. But because you play the new one, it's interesting. Restoration games, I will say this one, they are bringing interest back to that classic game too that you loved.
So I don't know if it was Return to Dark Tower so much that did, but I brought the game because when PAX Unplugged happened, which this last year was the first time I haven't been, I would bring vintage games and I would put up a meetup. Sometimes we'd meet up, and some guys who were obsessed with the original game saw it on the table, and they were like, we would love to play it. I grew up playing this. I'd love for my son and his girlfriend to play. And I was like, sure. Yeah. They made me love the game because they were so excited. So that experience, I don't know if I'd be able to replicate it But I
No,
very much
I get that because the original Fireball Island, I would love to play with my kids first.
fair.
So I get
That's
that.
fair.
All right. So moving on. Next topic here. Next topic. Hey guys, do you have a 3D printer? Do you like me? I need 6 figures, not money. I'm talking about 6 like 1-inch figures.
I need 6
So
figures the money though, so I'll take that.
yeah. I have 2 friends with printing machines. Like Matt, don't pay for it. I got you, bro. I got you. One has had the request for at least 6 months now, maybe more. The other one, 3 months, and no one. I gave in. No, he wanted it. It was both at the same time when I started asking people 6 months ago. Someone said, I'm your man. I said, okay. And then like a week later, a guy goes, I'm your man. I said, I already got someone. And he kept saying, Matt, I really don't want Matt. Does it have you? I said, he's getting it. After month 3, I was like, okay, my buddy's not getting it done here. He went, oh, dude, this is so easy. It's like 6 1-inch figures. I said, yeah, that's all it is. Dude, I can do that easily. I'll have it to you. And now 3 months later, I'm asking him. This weekend was one. Yeah, man, I got some other stuff I'm working on, but I'm gonna get those. And then I asked the other one it was like a few weeks ago. He's like, yeah, man, sorry about that. I'm trying to get different rising colors because I want to make different colors with them. But don't worry, I got you, man. But they never got me. And there's a lady at the farmer's market who has one. You know, she charges, I think, $1 for the figure, she said. And I was like, okay. And they're like, oh, don't pay $6. At this point, it's worth it. I would have rather paid $6 and had it right then and there than waited. What,
it's worth
months
it
now? So anyway,
it's worth just buying it from someone that sells it, because like everybody that has a 3D printer wants to print their own stuff unless they're doing a business, and
I don't mind
the amount
that.
of failed prints they'll get before they get to that point is just like, you'd be better off paying like $6 or whatever.
Maybe.
It's always cheap.
No, I will. The next time they have the farmer's market, I swear to you, I'm going to that lady now. I regret not doing it at the very beginning, but I wanted to see if anyone had one before I went back, because I was going to go back to her that day, but I was stupid. Anyway, but some libraries have 3D printers and charge you a little bit for it or something, for a little, or charge you for them. I'd even do that. But I'm not going to go online. No, there's this place online. I'm not going to do that. And then pay for shipping again. No. So not going to do that. But anyway, all right, moving on. Hey, was I impressed? I played a few games that you won't see reviews on, but was I impressed?
Don't lie.
Bernardo and I have both played at least one of these. And that one is the first one I want to talk about is Everdale. Everdale is, Bernardo, correct me if I'm misstating here, but I think it's just a simple worker placement game, has beautiful art, wonderful looking components, and is boring. You're collecting components to build these houses to try to match them up with characters. How do you know if you'll get a character and a house to match up? Most times you won't, but it doesn't matter, because isn't the board and art pretty? Aren't you fascinated by the nice little pieces to the game?
I am. It makes me sad, honestly. When I look at it, I love it. But I've never had analysis paralysis until I played this game. And it's just not fun. And I've played every expansion. And my group of friends found out how to break the game. And that made me like it even less, because it means that their design was flawed.
Yeah, and my nephews would have found the break in it in no time flat. The other thing about it, I did look at this again. I did give it a second thought. I said maybe I was too harsh on the game. I looked at the complete collection. I said, well, maybe the expansions help the game. Oh my goodness, it's so meticulous. It complicates the game, and further would confuse anyone. You think analysis paralysis is bad on the base game? Hee.
No, I played them all. Yeah, I played.
Yeah. Oh, it's a joke. So drop it. It's done. Okay. Yeah. I played Honey Buzz not too long ago. Someone in my game group bought it. It has the same feature. It's a beautiful looking game. It's got great components. Have you played Honey Buzz?
No, I've always seen the pieces, and they always make me thirsty because they look like the melted honey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. You really want honey after this. And the thing is, the designer of the board game, he was very smart. He said, no, I'm going to get nice pieces, beautiful artwork to disguise a plain Jane game. A lot of people are going to hate me saying that. But the thing is, though, it's nice, it's fun. But guess what? After a few, my friends brought it over. I said, give me a week. So I started playing a little bit by myself. Try it out here and there, and then realized I said, I think there's just one strategy that makes sense here, and I did it, and I won big time. And the thing is, guess what? I'm going to play that the same way every game. I'm going to play the same exact strategy, the same exact way, and I'm going to win. And if everyone starts playing the same exact way, then it's going to be a more crowded board. We're just going to have to take turns to who goes this spot, and then everyone's going to go to this spot to get this spot, and then back to this spot, to that spot, to that spot. I mean, it seems like it's going to be very repetitive. Only it doesn't have that much replayability, in my opinion. It does not. I do not believe the expansion that the fans of Elf Creek Games I say fans, the 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 revolt that's going on with the fans of Elf Creek Games who have backed this expansion, Fall Flavors. I don't think it adds that much to the game, and people are really mad at the designer, the company. The designer is tied to the company somehow. Maybe he owns the company. I don't know. But Elf Creek Games in a lot of trouble, losing a lot of street cred. And, I don't wish them ill at all. And I don't mean to speak bad of this designer here. Like I said, the designer's smart. He knew he had a simple, straightforward game, but to disguise the lack of replayability, he made a smart move by making bright, beautiful paintings. The artwork's just gorgeous, and the pieces are gorgeous. But guess what? The game, nope. You can play it once, twice, and then it'll bounce from your collection. So, yeah, there you go. So, that was it for Vintage Voltron. There you go. So I had it all there. Ta-da's. Ta-da's, kids. How do you stop sharing? Oh, there it is.
Partially why I avoided it, to be fair. Boom. I felt like I knew, but it does look pretty.
And you were wise to do so. You were wise to do so. So, but anyway, anything else? Those were all the topics I had.
Those are do we have a Kickstarter you wanted to talk about, right?
Maximum Chrome.
No.
Did you have one?
What about a game a game found? You want to talk about that, or you don't want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I will let people just that's a good point. I forgot about that. So we both funded the 10th anniversary of Firefly. I love this game. It's usually in my top 5 every year. I love it. Can't wait for it. And the game started shipping out a few weeks ago. At this point, just about everyone has a copy or an order saying, hey, it's your copy's coming in. And I don't have either. And I noticed that, and this is fair, but retailers who also kickstarted the game, they have that retailer pledge. I mean, the retailers have their copies in, and now they are selling them in their store, which, yes, they got them. They can sell them. But now people are buying those copies. And now someone right now, starting today and definitely tomorrow and everything, people who did not back the game now have a copy of the game before me, the backer. Now that is the number one cardinal sin there with me with a publisher. Even though I get it, you did offer retailers their own lot, but maybe let the retailers be the last ones to get their pledges. Maybe hold back on that. Why did retail get their pledges first? Because they're immediately going to sell, unless you put a condition, you may not sell until this date. But the retailers got their pledges. It's online available at a few places. You can get it for not much more than what I paid for it on Kickstarter. And hold on one moment. Hold on. Getting interrupted. Anyway, so it's kind of icky because I understand there's probably retail editions that got it, but you save those for last. You don't ship those out first. So now people who didn't even back the game have the game and are going to be playing it before me. I think that's very unfair. I don't even know if they responded to that comment because I made that today. I said, I noticed it's available in stores. I notice people are ordering it and getting it. So, and I'm sure I know what that is and I get it, but I just don't think that's the right thing to think about it. Hold on just another moment here. What are your thoughts on it? Bernardo?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it. I don't like that. I mean, I'm looking at it from like the perspective of like Queen Games. I know you love them, but like they're really known for actually going to conventions and their website and straight up selling it to everyone.
Well, I'm going to make. I believe I made. No, I haven't. That video is coming out next week. I am going to talk about publishers who I am not backing anymore. For certain reasons. So that's one of the reasons. Now this is like a catch-22 in a way because you're like, well, they did pledge. That's how they got the game, Matt. And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, they should not have received their copies before we did. I just don't feel like that's fair. And I'm not sitting here stomping up and down on the ground and everything because I love Gale Force 9. I mean, shoot, Spartacus is always number 3 on my list, or sometimes number 2. It's just beating. If Twilight Imperium 4 didn't exist in my world, Spartacus could be the reigning champion in a way. And Spartacus is probably on your top 5 too, I'd imagine. I mean, we both love that game.
That's a masterful game.
So, there's been a lot of comments since I did one.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Hold on. No, there hasn't been any comments.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I didn't know if I needed to scroll.
No, there haven't been any comments, so never mind. Yeah, they just kind of left that alone. Yeah, no one wants to talk about that. Oh, but yeah, someone got theirs in Yorkshire today. That's great. Oh, someone got notification.
Yorkshire, is that in the U.S.? I'm not, my geography sucks. Is the U.S. backers getting it? Or is it just Euro?
Hold on, let's see. What? Yeah, everyone's getting it in the UK. No, everyone in the US already got theirs. Except for us, I guess.
No,
the US people started crowing about it like a week or 2 weeks ago. They started. There's videos out there from people who got their pledge. There's YouTube videos out there now of people doing several unboxings of this. There's several unboxings.
No, I think I paid it. I paid mine on the right time. Yeah, I paid mine early, I think, the shipment. Yeah, I was pretty quick at that.
Yeah. No, I checked to make sure I got mine. But let me see here.
I'm not going to get that to the table for a while. So who am I kidding? But I do want it.
I would immediately. Receive notification. Yeah, everyone getting that.
Yeah, mine just says paid still, so it doesn't say shipped on there. But that's not to say you won't get it before it says it shipped on there, because I get that happening a lot for GameFound.
Yeah, it's sad because I don't. I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, like I said, I love. Yeah, it already came out. Yeah, it's everywhere now. Everyone has the pledge now. It's in things. So that's a no-no. That's a no-no in my book. So Gale Force 9, I'll still buy games from them, but I will never back them again. Anything online I will not back. In fact, I don't want to spoil it, but there's just some people I will just not back anymore. And I'll make a video. That video is coming out next week. But the people that I refuse to back doesn't mean I won't. I ranked it into, never say never to no. I won't back them, but I'll still buy their games. Or I won't back them, and I don't know if I'll buy their games. And then it got to be I won't back them, and I will not buy their games. That's almost like publishers I can't stand. But if you break the cardinal rule and the retailers get it before us, that's it. That's it. It's got to be done. Even though they did a retailer pledge, I'm sorry, but retail now, people who didn't back it get it before me. Sorry, still love your game, still can't wait for it. But of course we're going to have to wait for it because it didn't ship. Supposedly they said not all the ships came in at once, so they're just shipping it out when they come in. Well, you probably should have taken it on the chin and waited a few more weeks. Didn't matter. You had to do it now. But if retail gets it before me, that's a no. So I mean, like I said, just disappointed, not mad, just disappointed. And Gale Force 9, if I can understand their situation, hopefully they'll understand. I will still buy their games. I will never back them again on anything because of it. So yeah, that was very disappointing. But it looks really nice. The Ryzen figures, the big playmat. I totally forgot I was getting that too. All the little chest that fills everything. It looks great. Everything it's gonna be beautiful.
I'm excited.
But what hurts my heart, there's one unboxing online. The guy doesn't even play board games. He was just a Firefly fan and bought the game. He didn't even know what it does or what it's for. He said, "Oh, this looks like a complicated game. Never played a game before." I was like, "Oh no, this idiot got his before I got mine."
It's not like you have a board game group to play it, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, for now I don't. Now I don't. But that's a game you can play solo.
You're not gonna do that.
I have played it solo before because I do love the game so much. That is one game I have played solo several times back in the day. I used to, because that was back when my group was just hardcore zombies, and it was hard to get them out of anything else. And we played Firefly here or there, but they didn't want to play it as much as I did. They wanted to play zombies, which is fine. We played zombies, but then in the middle of the week, I just whoop out the game and just play the solo version, which I thought was fun. Absolutely. I wouldn't play solo all the time, but I definitely play it again when I get those pieces in. But anyway, I don't know. So that's it for that. I don't know if we have anything else. We'll cut it there. Been fun talking to everyone. Thanks for the 4 people watching. You didn't think it'd be big. I like how a lot of people tuned in and go, "Oh, it's not Star Wars."
Yeah, no, it's fun. The board gamers watch it later. They'll hear all about it.
Oh, board game. Never mind then.
Yeah, they're not live watchers.
But anyway, all right, folks, that's it for us. We'll see you next time, maybe in another 8 months. Who knows? We'll bring back vintage Voltron. But it's been fun. It's been fun.
It's been a while.
So maybe we'll bring it back again. All right. See ya.